So I always like to start my warm-up with the bike, which is not shown here, and then I'll go straight into some dynamic type warm-up stuff, mostly just getting the joints loose. I really find sitting in a deep squat a good stretch for my calves, which are always tight. Those of you that got some weight to lose, you'll know what I'm saying. Today I'm doing deadlifts with the bar. And I always start with at least 2 sets of Romanian style deadlifts, even if I'm doing a more traditional style deadlift. Sometimes I'll do more than 2 sets depending on how stiff I'm feeling. And then I'm going to go right to 70 kilos. My working sets today will be 3 sets of 5. So I'm going to do sets of 5 all the way up through my warm-ups, which is not something I would normally do unless I'm trying to build in more reps into my workout. So normally I would taper down the reps as I get heavier in weight. But my primary goal right now is fat loss, so I'm looking for a slightly higher calorie output from my workouts. So I'm trying to keep the reps higher, even though I'm only doing sets of 5. By doing sets of 5 on every single warm-up set and doing lots of warm-up sets, I'm keeping my energy output higher for the entire workout. And as you can see, as I work up here, I'm taking smaller jumps in weight. So on the last set I went 90 to 110, now I'm going 110 to 120, and this will be my last warm-up set before I go to my working weight of 130. Now, my best deadlift ever is over 250 kilos, and 130 is pretty light for me, but again, the primary focus of my workouts is fat loss. So I'm only doing as much as I need to really get some stimulation in the muscles. And I'm also doing all my sets double overhand with no hook. So my grip strength isn't really a weakness, but it's something I've never really been, I've never excelled at. So I've been doing double overhand to try to strengthen my grip, which has been kind of the limiting factor. In fact, you can see me re-grip the bar on every single rep, because every rep the bar is slipping. So when I get to the ground, I like to just re-grip really quickly, dig it a little bit deeper into my hand. Now that deadlifts are over, moving into another low back exercise, which is the back extension, sometimes called a hyper. And I'm actually glad that I filmed these because I wanted to check out my posture and my low back position, make sure I wasn't overextending. You can see I have a little bit of low back extension at the very top, which is kind of normal. And just trying to vary the shots for you guys, make the videos a little bit more interesting. But what I thought stood out to me during watching these clips is that I'm doing these a little faster than I should. So next week, here's a thirst angle, as they're known. This will definitely get me some more views. But doing these with a little bit slower movement and more deliberation is going to give more of a contraction. I'm swinging a little too much on some of those. I tend to kind of blast through a lot of my reps because I'm a power athlete. I'm used to being explosive and moving fast. But when you're looking for just straight calorie output, it is a good idea to slow some things down and create longer sets. So the longer the set is, the longer your heart rate will be elevated, the longer you're working for, and that can really make a big difference. These are some sumo alternating kettlebell rows. These are actually the first time I've ever done these in my workout. I've done them in the gym demonstrating them for clients, but I've never actually done them as an exercise for myself. The weight was really light for the row, but my heart rate and my breathing was really up there because you're in this bent over position, and I've got a bigger belly, so that makes it a little more challenging for me. Finishing off my upper body training with some French curls with the cable machine. A French curl is basically just a pronated grip, so overhand grip. This still works the bicep, but it hits the forearm a little bit more. And again, I'm just kind of focusing on grip strength as like a secondary goal to my fat loss, trying to work on weaknesses. And I really like cable training for the isolation stuff. Finishing the work off completely with these ab wheel rollouts These are awesome for the abs and a great exercise to pair on a workout where you're doing a lot of back and lats, because you work a lot of those same muscles with the arms when you're pulling back in. And notice that I keep my hips mostly straight. I'm not really bending at my waist. This is what everyone gets wrong with the ab wheel rollout. They bend at the hips too much when they're coming back, which takes the tension off their core. And you can even see me doing it a little bit, which I'll need to tighten up for the next workout. So this was a fun one, short one, 3 sets of everything, keeping the weight pretty moderate, just trying to get my heart rate up for an hour or so and keep my muscles engaged to maintain my muscle mass as I cut weight. See you in the next one.